Hello guys, my name is Akilam and welcome back to another video of mine. And again on this video also we are continuing on the topic basics of the Flutter. Today I'm gonna coming up with a video which is very basic for the Flutter application, which is the rows and the columns. So the rows and columns widgets inside the body of a scaffold help us to arrange our widgets in a row wise or a column wise manner. So if you don't know, a column arranges widgets in a vertical way. So if I type in a container inside a column, it will align those in a vertical fashion. So every child of an column will come down 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 like that. And if it's a so each column places the widget in an vertical fashion, and each row places the widgets in an horizontal fashion. So each child of an row will be going like this horizontally through the application. So without further ado, let us get started with the video. And if you have any of these doubts, or if you don't know any of the things that I'm using here, I have a videos on all of these. I have a whole playlist on the topic basics of the Flutter. So if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, and also try to subscribe the channel, because that helps me to bring out more content towards you. And let us start with the video. So first we will start with the column. So currently I'm gonna say that the body of my scaffold will be an column. So let us start with the column, and let us call it child function. And the first child I would like to be is a container. What I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna give a container a color, so that you can easily analyze which all are the containers. So box decoration colors dot okay, first let us leave it one, and the child I'm gonna give it as a text, and it would be saying first container. So let us sync those into the application. So it seems to be a bit small for me. What we can do on the container is that we can adjust the height. I will set the height into something like 50, so that it looks pretty good. Maybe 70 also. Yeah. So as you can see, the column is placing these containers in a column fashion. We will copy paste these, and make another container also. This time I will change the color into something like black. Okay, and I will spell it as a second container. And as you can see, the black, let's go with green. Okay, as you can see, it is placing these containers in a vertical fashion. So each child of a column, each widgets of an column places these in a vertical fashion. And as you can see, there is no gap between these two containers. We can do, there's a workaround to have a gap between those. We will insert a sized box between those and set its height as a 20. So yeah, currently we have a small amount of gap between these two containers. I will go ahead and paste another container also, so that you can get more idea about these. We'll call it as a container 3. Yeah. So each the column places each of its child in an vertical fashion. So there are two parameters that the column takes. There are main axis element and the cross axis element. So the main axis element for the column actually shifts the widget in a vertical fashion. Let me show you those. So inside the column function, calling the parameter main axis element and main axis element dot, we have a lot of options, like say we can center these, we can end, then we have the space around, space between, space evenly, or start. Currently it in a default way it will be at the start, so let us go with the center. And you can see that all of the child containers was placed currently in an center of the whole application. So that is the main axis element of the column. The main axis element for the column shifts shifts the children's in a vertical fashion. The main axis element for the row shifts the children's of those in an in a horizontal fashion. um, so that's all about the column. The column also takes the cross axis element where you can uh, shift this in a horizontal fashion also. Next thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to change this column into row so that I can give you more information about row also. And I will comment this out. So row, and now if you see, each of the containers are currently placed in a horizontal fashion. So that's the main difference between the column and the row. The column places their children in a vertical fashion, that is from up to down. The row places their containers or their children in a horizontal fashion, that is from the start of the application towards the end of the application. And if you look at here, there our spacing between those containers are gone right now, because we in the sized box we only described about the height, because the last time we were only dealing with the column. So to get still these what to say gaps, we have to call in the width also for the sized box. So, and now they are spaced evenly. And there is also a main axis element property for the row also. So let me uncomment this. And these main axis element currently leaves it at the center. You can also leave it at the end if you require. So guys, that's it. That's pretty basics about the rows and columns. If you like this video, please leave a comment down below, and also leave a thumbs up in the like button. Also consider subscribing, because that helps me to bring more videos towards you on these basic flutter things. And also I'm currently doing some UI logging UI challenges also. Please go ahead, watch those. And if you have any kind of issues, something like those, leave a comment down below. I will be helping you always. And thank you guys, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.